Hello everybody, it's Peter B. Welcome to another edition of Tobacco Card Tuesday. It's a very lovely day here in southern New England. A little chilly, but you can see the beautiful blue sky behind me. Flowers are just starting to bloom. Leaves on trees are just starting to come out. Lovely day. Well, I want to show you some baseball cards, give you a little bit of history, tobacco cards, and then I want to show you some Japanese cards I picked up. So, here we go. First card. 1911 T212 Obac of player Chester Norris. If you can see, this came from the Paul Jack Pollard collection. I'm not really sure who he is. I do see that he had a beautiful collection of T206s that he sold. It was broken up and sold. And I read that he had a beautiful minor league card set, which this would be one of them. I had no idea who the player was, but it was such a beautiful card. The reds, the brownish background, and I love the old-time baseball equipment. So you can see the glove he has with the big, huge opening where the back of the palm is. So, beautiful card. And that's the back. Chester Norris. Let me read a little bit. He was born in Ipswich, Massachusetts, which is on the water, northeast Massachusetts. And he went to Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. In his 4 years pitching for Brown, he never gave up more than 6 hits in any one game. Very, very effective starting pitcher for Brown University. He graduated with an electrical engineering degree, and after graduation in 1909, the Boston Red Sox picked him up, and he got into 3 games that year with the Red Sox. Unfortunately for Chester, that was his entire Major League Baseball experience. He then pitched for the Sacramento Sacs, S-A-C-T-S, in 1910 and 11, and that's him pitched for Sacramento in the Pacific Coast League. After his baseball career was over, he moved back to Massachusetts, got married, and worked in a couple of companies as an engineer, including Hood Milk. I know Hood Milk in New England is a very big company, H-O-O-D. I don't know how nationally they are, but he was an engineer for Hood Milk. Beautiful card. Chester Norris of the Jack Pollard collection. Okay, next one I want to show you. This is an 1884 Lawson playing card. You would play the game of baseball. And this is the catcher's card. And then I guess this would be called the front. All the fronts of the card look like this. It's a, deck of cards. And then the back would have different things or symbols. I got this at the CIA auction, and this is very special to me because this came out of Dan from Old Sarge Collects collection. I have one, a guy wearing a blue uniform with a baseball bat, and it says Striker across his chest. But I really like this one because I love the old bird cage catcher's mask. This is before gloves, before shin guards, before any protection other than that bird cage mask in 1884. Once again, another beautiful card in my opinion. Now I got a S74 silk of Jack Barry. Not the best condition. It's missing the bottom, and you see it's all frayed. But I am a Jack Barry collector, so this fits into my collection perfectly. Then the last tobacco card I'm going to show you is an 1887 N99 Duke card of their Battle Scenes set. So remember, this came out in 1887. It's only a little more than 20 years after the Civil War. Hard to believe. But this was Civil War was modern day or recent day when this card came out. The back looks like this. Obviously it was in a scrapbook, but I still love it. It's Pickett's Charge in Gettysburg. Now let me tell you a little bit of a story about Gettysburg. I don't know how many great-great-great-grandfather fought in Gettysburg. He was in, I forget the number, some state of Maine Infantry Regiment. And he was fighting in the Civil War. And he got it to the third day in Gettysburg. I'm guessing that was January 3rd was the third day, maybe January 4th. But the very last day at Gettysburg. And his unit, his infantry unit from Maine, was actually up against, I forget his name now, the commander. I'm sorry, I forget his name for the Southern. Pickett. I'm sorry, Pickett. This is Pickett's Charge. So he was in a orchard, trying to hold ground from Pickett and his men, and his unit did, as well as other Yankee units. Unfortunately, he lost his life during this battle right here on this card. During Pickett's Charge on the last day of Gettysburg. Two of my buddies, actually last year, drove down to Gettysburg and went on a little trip. And they found my great whatever grandfather's gravestone. Took a picture of it and sent it back to me. So I really appreciate those guys for doing that. So I had relatives in the battle. Unfortunately, he did die. Obviously, he had kids before he went off the Civil War. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So I just thought this was cool. Let me try to get a good focus. Pickett's Charge, Gettysburg. The last day, the third day of fighting. I think it was January 3rd, maybe the 4th, I don't know. Okay, that's it with tobacco cards. I also picked up some Japanese cards. And the first one I want to show you is from 1949. I have to look at my notes. It is a JBR 154A bromide. The player is Tadashi Henry Bozo Wakabayashi. Wakabayash. So however you pronounce it. Wakabayashi. He was born in 1908 in Hawaii. His Japanese parents had emigrated to Hawaii, and that's where he was born. He was the ace pitcher of all his school, junior high and high school team clubs. And he was so good, he participated in a tournament held in Japan in 1928. There was no Major League Baseball at that time in Japan. The biggest league were the colleges. They also had company teams, but the colleges were the big thing at that time. And he impressed college scouts so much that they got him to stay in Japan, finish up his high school year, and then he joined the, once again, I'm probably not saying it right, it's HOSEI, Hoishi University team. He led Hoishi to 3 championships with that team, and his university pitching record was 43-28. So in those 4 years pitching in university, he was 43-28. He was the first Japanese pitcher or Japanese league pitcher to win 40 games in the Tokyo Big Six League. That was the Big Six colleges. First guy to win 40 games in his 4-year college career. Upon graduation, he played on company teams and later also became coach. Wakabayashi was the 17th player to be inducted into the Japanese Hall of Fame. And a little bit more about this guy. Well, first let me show you the back. Blank back, but I assume that's Japanese. Someone wrote that. Bromide card, black and white. Now when the Osaka Osaka Tigers, that was a company, played their first season in 1936, jersey numbers were given out to the players in alphabetical order. He was assigned jersey number 4, but refused to wear it. Apparently, number 4 is considered bad luck in Japan. So instead, he was given the last number, uniform number 18. Because of his success pitching in these leagues, it became a Japanese custom to give the team's any team's pitching ace number 18 in honor of him. For example, Daisuke Matsuzaka was given number 18 when he joined the, once again, forgive my pronunciation, Seibo Lions. So the ace of the pitching staff, because of him, usually got number 18 uniform. Matsuzaka even wore number 18 when he came to the American League over here with the Boston Red Sox. So what did I say? 17th person to be inducted into the Japanese Hall of Fame. Born in Hawaii. Very excellent pitcher. And has, because of him, the tradition of number 18 going to the pitching ace on the team. I want to show you another one. This is a 1930s JCM Menko. Now, like I said, college baseball was the big thing in pre-war baseball. So this is a generic players for the college. On the back, it has a trophy back. But very cool card. I wanted to pick up a pre-war Japanese baseball card for my collection. I would assume that pre-war cards are hard to come by. So I definitely wanted one of my collections. And I thought this was a really cool image. Okay, the last card. And this one also has a story. Sorry about all my stories. This is a 1948 JCM2 Menko Popeye. Real cool card. And on the back, I mean, I think that's Groucho Marx. It's Popeye, Mickey Mouse. I don't know who the other guys are. Very cool Popeye card. Now, it was a Saturday morning, sometime between 7 and 7:30, a couple of weeks ago. There's nothing on TV. And I pretty much turn on TV with no volume and watch YouTube, watch you guys on YouTube. And at 7 o'clock on Saturdays, Popeye comes on a channel called Me TV. I don't know if that's nationwide or not. So here I am, watching Popeye, no audio, and I was reading YouTube videos. And I came across one from Picker Jim. And Picker Jim had just bought this card and was showing it. I actually stopped the video, went over to eBay, found the card, bought it, and then went back to YouTube and finished up Picker Jim video. So, Jim, thank you very much. I really like this Popeye Japanese card. So that's it. I got to get going. I hope everybody has a terrific Tobacco Card Tuesday. Thank you, everybody.